This video was generated by AI for entertainment purposes, and any characters or events in the story are fictional. Now, please enjoy the video. Everybody is looking for excitement on a Friday night. My friends and I were restless, craving excitement. That's when the dare came. Explore the abandoned church on Blackwood Road. My stomach twisted, a knot of fear forming. Everyone knew the stories, the whispers of it being haunted. But I, fueled by a cocktail of teenage bravado and morbid curiosity, agreed. As we approached the church, an uneasy silence descended. Gone were the carefree jokes and laughter. The once vibrant red bricks had faded to a dull, ominous grey, consumed by creeping ivy. Broken stained glass windows, like vacant eyes, stared out at us, shards of coloured glass glinting ominously in the dying light. A shiver ran down my spine. This was a terrible idea. We cautiously stepped onto the overgrown path leading to the entrance. Each crunch of gravel under our feet sounded deafening in the stillness. The air grew heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and decay. My heart pounded in my chest, a frantic drumbeat urging me to turn back. But the dare and the fear of appearing cowardly propelled me forward. The heavy wooden door creaked open with a groan, protesting our intrusion. A musty, stale smell hit us, the scent of forgotten time and lingering fear. Dust particles danced in the slivers of moonlight that pierced through the boarded-up windows. The air inside was frigid, sending another shiver down my spine. Inside, the church was a shell of its former glory. The pews, once filled with devoted parishioners, were now covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. The ornate altar stood bare, stripped of its religious icons, a lone testament to the church's abandoned faith. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the sound of our own breathing and the frantic thumping of my heart. As we moved deeper into the church, our whispers died down, replaced by an uneasy silence. The air felt charged with an unseen energy, a palpable sense of dread that pressed down on us. I felt a cold spot brush against my arm, sending goosebumps erupting across my skin. My breath hitched in my throat. We were not alone. The first sign was a soft whisper, barely audible, somewhere in the darkness behind the altar. We froze, our breaths catching in our throats. Then, a floorboard creaked above us, slow and deliberate, as if someone was pacing in the abandoned choir loft. My eyes darted around the church, searching for any logical explanation, but found none. Shadows danced at the edge of our vision, growing longer and more menacing in the flickering moonlight. The temperature plummeted, the air turning icy cold. A low growl, guttural and menacing, seemed to emanate from the very walls themselves. Terror, raw and primal, gripped me. We had to get out of there, now. Just as we turned to flee, the heavy wooden door slammed shut with a resounding boom. We were trapped. Panic welled up inside me, threatening to consume me. The laughter of my friends had morphed into whimpers of fear. We huddled together, our combined fear palpable in the oppressive silence. Something was in the church with us, something dark and malevolent. The whispering grew louder, circling us, taunting us with its unseen presence. I could feel my sanity starting to fray at the edges. The shadows danced more frantically now, twisting and contorting into grotesque shapes that seemed to mock our terror. I squeezed my eyes shut, desperate to block out the horrors that surrounded us. Then, a blood-curdling scream pierced the darkness. I opened my eyes to see one of my friends being dragged backwards towards the altar, his fingers desperately scraping against the dusty floor. His face was contorted in terror, his eyes wide with an unspeakable fear. I lunged for him, my hand grasping at empty air as he disappeared into the inky blackness behind the altar. The remaining two of us clung to each other, our bodies trembling uncontrollably. We were trapped in a nightmare, hunted by an unseen entity that fed on our fear. The air crackled with malevolent energy, the stench of decay growing stronger, suffocating us. I knew then with chilling certainty that we were going to die here. But then, a glimmer of hope. I remembered seeing a small boarded-up window behind the altar during our initial exploration. It was a long shot, but our only chance. We scrambled towards the altar, our hearts pounding in our chests. The whispering grew louder, as if sensing our desperation. With adrenaline fueling our every move, we ripped at the rotting wood covering the window. Splintered wood tore at our fingers, but we didn't stop. Finally, with a groan, the boards gave way, revealing a small, dusty opening. We clambered through the window, each sharp edge and protruding nail a testament to our desperation. We didn't stop running until we reached the safety of the streetlight's glow. Panting and bruised, we clung to each other, the terror of the church imprinted on our souls. As dawn painted the sky in hues of pink and orange, we knew we had escaped with our lives, but the experience, the sheer terror, would forever haunt our waking nightmares. The abandoned church on Blackwood Road remained, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked just beneath the surface of our world.